Now that we're done with the sides, we can move on to the back, and we're going to start off with our no guard all the way open, creating our second guideline. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. We are right on top of the occipital bone, so you want to make sure you spend more time here in detail. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We're then going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we're moving on to our two guard all the way open and we're creating our fourth guideline. We're then going to use this same guard to soften it up and get ready for the half guard. Now that we're done softening up the line with the two guard, we can move on to our 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Now that we're done with the fade, we can move on to the front line, and before we start lining him up, we're going to go ahead and comb everything down and debulk with the one guard all the way open. Now that we're done debulking this hairline, we can move on to our gold FX and start off at the middle, working our way to the sides. You also want to make sure you go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. You also want to keep the vertical bars and corners as natural as possible, because if not, then it won't look right. Now that we're done lining him up and detailing the fade, we can move on to the top of the capitis and create our first guideline throughout the middle of the head. We're then going to use that same guideline to cut to the sides and match everything evenly. You always want to make sure that the hair is nice and saturated so you can get its true length. When using your shears, you want to stay as consistent as possible, and you also want to cut at a certain angle when you're cutting near the parietal ridge, because you want to make sure you blend into the top. Now that we're done with our shear work on top, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Derber premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below. When you're using the razor, you want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and use your opposite hand to stretch the skin as much as possible. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. Our half guard and use its levers and corners to erase the line completely. Now that we're done with the lower guards, we can move on to our 2 guard all the way open and create our 4th guideline. This guideline is going to help us blend into the bulk and also blend into the lower guards using our 1.5 guard. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow the Instagram. Now that we're done using our 1.5 guard, we can move on to our 3 guard all the way open and debulk the parietal ridge. Now we're going to use our previous guard, the 2 guard all the way open, to connect into the 3. When there's a lot of hair and a lot of bulk, you want to make sure you use your comb to feed the hair into the clipper and flick out as much as possible. As you guys can see, I'm using my clipper over comb method to take out the dark spots that I see. Remember that when using clipper over comb, your horizontal cuts are to debulk and your vertical cuts are to blend. And you always want to make sure you keep the comb at a certain angle. Now that we're done with our fades, we're going to go ahead and separate the hairline from the top and go ahead and debulk it with the one guard all the way open. Once we're done debulking the hairline, we can move on to our go to effects and start off in the middle, working our way to the sides. You always want to make sure you go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and you won't line them up properly. Now that we're done with this hairline, we're going to move on to our Turkish razor and Derby Premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor could glide better. When you're using the razor, you always want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone, so be very careful. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave the super things down below or follow the Instagram.